technology for the green building. First, I want to briefly introduce, talk about the home green building concept. Maybe all of you know, aware of this issue, but the Hong Kong green standard is divided by the 5 different parts. And then today we want to, for our company, we want to introduce for the number 3 green use part, and the number 5 indoor environmental quality, and then the plus alpha part, innovative and the addition part. And then our specialty is the energy use, and the first part I want to start with the energy use part. And then for energy use, as you all know, in Hong Kong the summer is very hot, and then the hot environment and hot sunlight. So we need to use the strong air conditioning to make the comfortable condition. And then due to that, we have so high energy usage here, and so many CO2 coming, and then we use so many underground resources. And on the other hand, for the overseas part, overseas is the very cold, winter is very cold environment, and then so because of that, we need to use the heater to make a comfortable condition. And then due to that, we use the high energy and consume lots of CO2, and then consume lots of the underground resources. And then under this condition, what we can do is that we have a protobottle coating. The first part, this is the characteristic of this product is the high performance thermal insulation, and the second key point is the high durability, and third part is easy for maintenance, and then fourth part is high safety. And then I want to introduce one by one characteristic. The first part for the high performance thermal insulation is that we have the characteristic of this product is that we can reflect the sunlight with this coating, and then also this is the first part, and the second is the high durability. And then after we put this coating on the wall or the ceiling, and this building can be last for longer, because this can be the first. And then the third part is easy for maintenance, and then the fourth part is high safety, very safety, because this material is the water based, and then water based and low VOC coming out, and so this is, and then it can be also work. Yes. So maybe let's take a part.
So because talking about the point value, well, we have, introduce myself first. I'm Marcus, and well, first of all, high durability, which means that the coating itself is quite high durable, which means, well, when you coat on the wall, and then it's not easy to peel off from the wall. And secondly, easy for maintenance. If you have some ideas about what currently heat insulation and heat reflection coating, the surface is always very rough. But for our project value, the surface is much more smooth. So which means that the stain or some dust or whatever is not easy to get on it. And when there's some water or by rain or by wind, you can easily remove. And finally, the safety problem, the safety issue is mean that the project value itself is water-based paint, which is, it doesn't need any thinner when you apply it on the wall. So the VOC also itself is very low. And we have checked from, compared with Hong Kong standard, the Hong Kong standard, the upper limit is about 200 grams per kilogram for the paint. But our paint is around 45 grams per kilogram for this kind of coating. So you can see in summertime, we have the project value on the rooftop, so the sunlight will reflect, and then no heat can go inside the room. but for winter time, it can protect the heater, the energy from the heater, and then make it the energy efficiency it can be increased as a result. So maybe I would pass to. Okay, go ahead. So when talking about the second issue after the energy use, we're talking about the indoor environmental quality, which means that better air quality should be much more direct. And then secondly, it can be better protection on human safety. And thirdly, it can be a higher efficiency on maintenance. So what's mean? Maybe we start it point by point. Firstly, indoor environmental quality. For our part is we're talking about better air quality, which means that mainly target on some poison or some harmful materials inside the atmosphere, such as VOC or some mold or some bacteria. And we have a product named the CT catalyst. In this we have CT catalyst. So why we need to decompose VOC? Because VOC, as you know, is carcinogenic, and for many kind of furniture, such as wooden furniture or some paint or some others leather furniture, it will emit VOC. So our CT catalyst itself is catalyst. It will not consume by the environment, and it automatically decomposes the VOC without sunlight or without water, which does not like some other catalysts we can buy on the market. And this is our first point. And secondly, it can inhibit the bacteria and mold growth. And thirdly, and when it applies with tiles, it can make some self-cleaning tiles. Yeah. So when we're talking about solution, solution is mainly applied by spraying, some spraying job on the, for example, the wall, on the leather, on the furniture, etc. Mainly indoor, and we have some clients in this kind of field. And then, for example, you can spray in the room, like hotel room or the residential or some commercial buildings, which can minimize the VOC content inside your room. And then, since the CT catalyst can function without any sunlight or any waters, so even very dark room, such as some wine cellar, you should have some kinds of similar problems because it's surrounded by some wood. But the CT catalyst can still function inside this kind of room. So, yeah. And then we have another product. CT catalyst can be a solution and also can be a powder. When it becomes a powder, it can burn on the tiles and then make some functional tiles. For example, this kind of tiles is our end products. And then outside the doors, it can be a self-cleaning tiles. But how about inside? For example, you have some ammonium smell, bad smell from the toilet, and then if you apply the CT catalyst tile on this kind of toilet, then you can deodorize the environment. And also, in addition, it can inhibit bacteria and some mold. So this is our idea, eco-city, but well, environmental protection. So we should have more innovative idea about this kind of technology. So maybe in the next step, for example, to protect the people inside the environment, we have some kind of coating, such as anti-slippery coating, because slippery is actually very big problems, and actually you see the death rate of slippery antigen is actually equal to the death rate of colon cancer. As you may be very surprised, but it's true. So we have a colorless coating can be applied on any kind of surface. Well, it will be related to our topic because you can provide a better environment inside our room, and then it make the people more comfortable, and it is easy for maintenance. Not like some traditional treatment which is very hard on, or you need to recoat it every 4 months. And actually, this kind you can keep for 2 years without any loss. Yeah. So, and another thing is to provide a better environment, you will like to have some easy clean coating. For example, on the wall, this is actually we can't see very clear here, but it is a building wall in Kowloon City, and then after a few years, you can see some water stain, and with and then it's very hard to remove, especially on some concrete or inside the room. If some people draw some graffiti on the wall, it's very difficult to remove. Well, you should maybe repaint it, or you should do some treatment on it. But well, we have another solution for this one. We have a coating for easy clean. For example, you see the buildings there is easy clean. You see the building in Japan which apply our coating, and after applying the coating, you see first of all it can be very shiny, and then secondly, the water stain is no longer remain on the surface, and then indoor you can coat on the sink and then make it to be an easy clean, and well, which can minimize the consumption of some cleaning reagent. And some other ideas about the green building technologies, such as some prevention of heat ion effect, or some maintaining the appearance of the building materials. First of all, some heat ion effect is something like when at the daytime the sunlight can shine on the wall, and then it absorbs so many heat, and then at the night time it will emit the heat. So how to prevent it? For example, we have this kind of coating on the wall side, and then make it become a heat reflection, and then heat can no longer store or absorbed by the wall, and then it will prevent the heat ion effect. Yeah, this is the first. And secondly, to maintain the appearance, where you see in some concrete wall from time by time, when there's more and more water come inside, it will become white color, and we call the effect arborescences due to the rainwater, and also it will become cracked. The concrete itself, it will easy to poke, and some mold and fungi on the wall, on the stone. And so we have this kind of coating to protect the stone surface from some mold, because it will fill up the pores inside the concrete, make it no longer permeable to water. And then another thing is, well, if you are you have your own ship or vessel, you will know that well, from time to time some algae will go on the bottom of the ship, and it costs very high maintenance cost, because every time you need to make the ship landing on the pier, and then you need to polish it every years maybe. So we have some other methods. Traditionally it's toxic, but this our new product is non-toxic one, and you can see in the picture is some water in that pipe inside a power plant. Well, for 3 years there's no any algae on the surface, and well, which means that you no need to wash it from time to time. Yeah. And other things is the rusting on the metal surface. Traditionally, you will just recoat it if you see the rusting, but it's of course it's high maintenance cost. So we have our new products. Well, we have new products is, well, even you have damage on the surface and it have some rusting, it will not just cracking. This is the traditional paint. You repaint it, but the rust is still inside, so it will crack out after maybe 3 months or late or longer. So this is our ideas, and this is the whole picture of our eco city. We have indoor, outdoor shipment, etc. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's the end of our presentation. And we have some next session on March and on April for the coming